You can journal all you want, all day, every night, 1 hour of journaling, but none of it changes the reality of where your relationship is today. So, in this video, we're going to cut through all your excuses, all your reasons, and face the actual truth. Because not doing that is a disservice to yourself and it's actually quite exhausting. My name is Jite, and in this community, we have decided we're no longer settling for mediocrity, we're no longer settling for potential, we're living our lives on our terms. We're no longer allowing others to dictate what we want or putting our needs aside to satisfy others. We're going after what we want. We're at the point in our lives where we no longer just want to exist and accomplish things externally. We want internal fulfillment to match the levels of success we have externally. So, if you're constantly trying to convince yourself that it's not that bad, that it's okay, that things will get better, this video is for you. This is your wake up call, so to speak. And I'm going to share a free resource that is going to give you a lot of clarity that hopefully will force you to really, really look and take an honest appraisal of where your relationship is and where you want it to be and where you need to be. Okay? Journaling, in my opinion, when it's in lieu of taking a stance or making a decision that you already know, is an excuse. Because I've seen that when it comes to relationships, standard relationship advice is the first thing out is to process your feelings. And what do we do, or how do we typically process our feelings? By writing in journals. Again, as an activity, it has been great. I do it, and I know others who use it very well. I'm not talking about journaling in and of itself. I'm talking about processing your feelings through journaling as a way of avoiding a decision that you already know you need to make. That's what I mean. Because a lot of the time, what's happening is that you're not processing, you're just writing down things and almost justifying where you are. And that could look like you. So, for example, if you've been asked or if you've taken any of the standard advice about relationships, especially when you're at a point where you more than likely need to leave, to exit, left in order to be who you are, and you're asked to journal, what ends up happening is you're writing down a lot of things that are almost causing you to to justify why you're feeling the way you are, and almost digging your heels in further to stay in there. Because when you're justifying maybe the reason that this is like this is because they had a difficult childhood, then you're kind of telling yourself, in essence, that if this is the case, then I need to stay because what is happening is as a result of something that they had no control over. And so, how are you going to react in this way? I hope this makes sense. It's almost like you're defending the behaviors and defending what is happening so that you don't do what you know and want to do. You're looking at the facts of how you're treated today and not the backstory of why it's done, right? So, I mean, look at that, right? Look at what is happening now and not why it's happening. Because more than likely, the opportunities to correct, to course correct, have been there and they have not been um, followed through it. And I just want to say, honestly, from my heart to yours, that leaving doesn't mean that that person is bad, or that living sometimes, if not even all the time, is just as good for the person as it is for you. But what I don't want to say is that Unless it's good for the person, equally good, you should do it because you should be in control of your life and leading your life. I hope you get what I'm saying. When you're leaving a relationship, you're leaving a relationship that's already not serving you. So it's not, you're not leaving. Two things can be true, right? You can leave because it's not serving you, and the person can still be loved or still be okay, if that makes sense. Your leaving is not going to destroy, and if it is, then you probably need to leave anyway. So the journaling part of it, as conventional um, conventional advice, just furthers that indecisiveness because it will focus you almost on justifying why what is happening rather than giving you clarity around what you need to do. Now, there's also what I want to say, confusion between alignment and attachment. This is something that very, very frequently happens, or is very common. Because, and it's a little bit connected to what I said, because just because it physically hurts to think about leaving does not mean that it's not still what you should do. I would expect that if you've been in any relationship for any length of time, it's not going to be easy. And the point is not that you're doing it because it's easy. The point is that you're doing it because it's what needs to be done for you. So I don't think at any point in time is it going to be smooth and easy. And so if you're basing the rightness of it on it being smooth and easy, then again, that's another sign that you're staying for other reasons. We have normalized staying in dead end relationships or in relationships that have run their course simply because moving out of it, moving on is painful, difficult. Yes, it is. It's supposed to be. Everything in life is not supposed to be easy, or it's not even going to be easy. And because something is challenging, requires you to push through comfort, does not mean you're not supposed to do it. Likewise, staying in something because it's comfortable does not mean, it's not the sign or indication that you should be there. Attachment is a biological response. An alignment is a choice, a decision that you make. So don't confuse the choice that you have to make with the biological attachment that has come about because of being in this relationship for so long and the things that have come about as a result of that. You can love somebody fiercely, deeply, and still realize that it has run its course and it's time to move on because there's now a misalignment, or there's always been, but maybe now you're choosing to recognize and to acknowledge it. Maybe because people do change. Maybe, where the relationship is now misaligned with who you are, who you've evolved into, who you've grown into, or the things that you now want. You can still do that. Two things can be true: love, misalignment. So, how many times have you told yourself, I'll just give it one more month, 2 more months, 3 more months, 6 more months, when the kids graduate, when they get married, when they have their children, when I retire, all those different things, delaying, wait and see, trap type things. How many times? And more importantly, why? Because what are you expecting to magically happen just because you delay and you're waiting? It's just going to be 6 more months of whatever it was before you made that decision, or 1 more year of what the same thing, or 2 more years, or 3 more years, or however long That event, that thing is going to happen. And leading up to that is still going to be the same thing. So the question is, why have you told yourself that after this number of times, it's going to be okay for me to live? What do you think is going to change? Nothing is magically going to happen. Because unless there's a massive, massive actionable plan that is attached to the waiting for 6 months, for 1 year, for that to happen, for this to take place, giving it more time is just you procrastinating. And procrastinating is is some form of a traumatic response, right? Small t response, maybe. You're arguing with your soul, the desire, you're delaying. Nothing is going to change unless, again, action is taken. But most times we're just doing that because we're not ready to deal with it. And we think magically just saying 1 more year, everything's just going to fall apart. I mean, fall into place, rather. It doesn't work like that. It's like, I'll say a nice example, because when I was a fitness coach, I would see this happen too, where folks are just saying, by summer, I'll wear my bikini because I would have lost the weight. And here we are in September, October, wherever, whatever time it is before summer, but nothing is happening. What is the plan? What is a massive actionable plan that is going to lead to you being able to wear that bikini? I mean, not that you can't wear it, but wearing it and looking the way that you want to look. If you're not doing anything, you're just going to get to summer and you still won't have the desired look that you want. So procrastination is just what it is, right? Time is not going to fix the incompatibility. Time is not going to bridge the gap of misalignment. Time is not going to change anything unless that time is used actively, proactively to change those things. If you're tired of just journaling and looking back and seeing the same thing that you've been journaling about, trying in the hopes of shifting something, but you're just like, enough is enough. I'm not waiting 1 more year, 6 more months. But I still kind of need to know for myself that this is the right decision. I have a resource for you, and the link to it is in the description. It's called the 5 signs. It's a checklist, 5 signs that while you're still there, 5 main reasons that you're still there, and love is not one of it. It will give you clarity that blocks out the noise from the outside, the external distractions, I like to call them, and just help you to look at your situation as it is, without the sentiments, without emotions, but with the desires, right? Leading how you're looking at it, if that makes sense. So go download it, and I'll see you in the next video.